Bessie Harvey was an American visionary who saw art as a force capable of touching lives and transforming the world. Harvey was a self-taught artist whose body of work developed beyond the mainstream of art schools, art galleries, and museums. Knoxville Museum of Art curator Stephen Wicks.
Many have called her a folk artist or a visionary artist, an outsider artist. Outsider was a label that she did not accept, and she basically vouched for herself as being someone who was profoundly aware of human beings and what made them tick, and understanding society, that she had a very keen eye for the world around her, and that she was in no way an outsider.
Harvey used commonplace objects to tell uncommon stories. She sought out humble materials like gnarled roots, feathers, shells, tree branches, and bits of cloth. Everything around her was fair game, but not all materials had equal value. She collected objects in which she sensed a spiritual force. Then she built from there, adding elements to give physical form to the spirit she perceived within. She never carved them or did anything to detract from their intrinsic nature. Harvey's characters were sometimes drawn from history and sometimes drawn from her imagination. They could be biblical characters, mythological creatures, or her African ancestors. Themes of adversity and struggle run through Harvey's work. Segregation, enslavement, poverty. She had an uncanny ability to imbue her figures with power, and the stories she conveys are those of human perseverance and divine compassion. Harvey came to art late in life and worked from a makeshift studio in her basement. Her works were marked by a spiritual intensity and divine inspiration. At one point, however, members of her community questioned the forces behind Harvey's creations. Rosalind Martin, Director of Education at the Knoxville Museum of Art.
Some people knew the importance of her and her artwork, and then other people were totally against her artwork and thought that it was voodoo that she was really practicing, and that's what she could see. And that's how the fire came about. Her church members decided that she was practicing voodoo and her artwork looked like voodoo, and she burned it all.
Concerned about the community's perceptions, Harvey felt compelled to destroy much of her work on the front lawn of her studio in a bonfire. But Harvey's break from art was short-lived. After a few weeks, she went back to work with the realization that her sculptures were messages from God to a troubled world. "I'm really not the artist," she once said. "God is the artist in my work."